Yeah, how are you, everyone? You're welcome back to this edition of Music Business Intelligence. Man, we are so happy to have Stephen Lewis. This session has been mind blowing. You need to, if you are not part of the first part, listen to the bulk of what Stephen Lewis said. Very powerful, very powerful. You know, like I said, Music Business Intelligence is a forum whereby you get educated on how to maximize your potentials in music business in a godly and a professional manner. And this program is powered by Woodclef. I'm happy to be your host, and my name is Kayode Olusoji, a gospel artist. And our guest today has been Mr. Stephen Lewis. You know, Mr. Stephen Lewis has done justice to the state of the Canadian gospel music industry. Wow, very mind-blowing. And you know, our vision in Woodclef is to promote gospel music and music businesses by providing musical products and services through our innovative and educative programs and ideas that are vital to society qualities of life in a professional and godly manner while aspiring to be the company of such for such products and services. Today, we have been considering the state of the Canadian gospel music industry, the state of the Canadian gospel music industry, and our guest has been Mr. Stephen Lewis. Mr. Stephen Lewis is the Dean of Music in Canadian Christian College, and I'm telling you, has passed out a lot of information that are mind-blowing. And we are going to bring him up right now. If you have any questions, just feel free to type it in here, and we're going to ask Mr. Stephen Lewis as we round up this program shortly. So let's welcome Mr. Stephen very much. Thank you very much for all the contributions so far. Thank you for educating us. Oh, we really appreciate you. You're welcome back.
Thank you for having me back. This is really a great opportunity. I want the best for any artist to make sure that you're being given enough material in order for you to succeed in what God is telling you to do. So I appreciate this, and I thank you for this.
Thank you very much. So, you know, if you don't know Mr. Stephen Lewis, especially for the benefit of those who have not been part of the first part of this event, you know, Mr. Stephen Lewis has been in the music industry for over 25 years as a musician, songwriter, producer, arranger, clinician, and mentor. You know, he has worked with various artists and churches. And Stephen is also known for being an executive producer and judge on Canada's Gospel Dynamic Duets in 2007. In 2013, Mr. Stephen and his wife, Alintia, began their own company. And the name of the company is Legacy Music Arts International. And they provide various vocal, musical, and training services throughout Canada. So if you need a service, just get in touch. And Stephen Lewis has a heart for the creatives of Canada and believes God wants to use them greatly. Stephen Prose continues to live out this passion at Canada Christian College located in Whitby, Ontario. There you will find him leading, teaching, and guiding students in the music program as Dean of Music. So we want to appreciate him for what we've learned from him today. He has challenged the churches on the need to do more, you know, for singers and musicians as well, who want to pursue music, you know, as a career, you know, as a profession. And we need to rally around and support. And we've been looking at the state of the media too, and we've learned a lot about what is happening in the media, how a lot of music have not been able to penetrate, what we can do to promote our music. It has given us, you know, an idea that there are a lot of grants for you as musicians or singers in Canada that you can harness. So you really have no excuse because, you know, there is a saying in the scripture that money answereth all things. So at times when you have the money, you can actually do a lot. Concert, tour, you know, promotion. What else are you looking for? You know, if you have that, you know, you could solve a lot of problems, right? And then do a lot of things for your musical career. So why not harness these opportunities? So I want to really appreciate you for your wealth of knowledge. And I have this last question for you. And I will still ask you a few questions around who Mr. Stephen Lewis is. And then we're going to leave the topic briefly and just talk about you briefly before we round up this program. And then if there's anyone with questions, please kindly type it in. And we're going to bring the attention of Mr. Stephen Lewis to these questions. So my question is, what advice will you give to musicians and singers about developing their craft, you understand, so that they can add more value to themselves and to their music as well? Because truly, we have a lot out there, but are we also doing enough, you understand, to improve ourselves? Are we doing enough to add value, you understand, to our craft? So what can we do? And I think, I don't know, I don't want to speak for others. Maybe, could it be that maybe the income are not coming in enough and we think that maybe even if we spend all our time and money, there is no good returns, you understand? Is that the reason why people are not concentrating on their craft? What do you think that can be done, and what are the things that you think, what's your advice generally for singers and musicians? Yeah.
I mean, I think the best advice that I can give musicians and singers is that the best person that you can invest in is yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not investing in yourself, then what are you really investing in? So as a musician, you know, if you're a guitarist or bass player, you're gonna look, listen, you're gonna look for the best bass that sounds best for you, the best guitar that sounds best or feels best for you. That's an investment already. So why not continue to invest yourself? Go to school. Sorry, I'm the dean, so go to school. come to Canada if you're in the GTA. Come to Canada Christian College. We plan on pulling everything that's inside of you that you may not know that's inside of you. That's my goal, is to pull everything out of you. The professors that are teaching there will do the same. Pull everything that you never knew was inside of you. Pull it out. You know, one of my professors, a great friend of mine, I interviewed him a couple of days ago, and he said, "You're not." What did he say? He said, "You may be a great musician, but if you don't know how to teach what you do, then you're not that great." If you have to understand how to, you have to understand, if you're able to teach everything that you're able to do, then you understand that. But if you don't, it's just going to be something that, you know, will pass along, and people aren't going to gravitate to what you know, because you yourself don't understand what it is. Go to school go to school to understand what it is. Get an idea, get a sense of what you want to do. Invest in yourself. When you leave a Canada Christian College, you'll be a better person. You'll be able to go into any church. My goal is that if you've been called, your assignment is to go into a church that's 10,000 member church, and pretty much everything's you know, in the sense on the outward looks good, and you can go in there and really make a difference. That's great. But if your assignment is to go into a church where there's 10 members, then it's the same attitude that you can do in order to build up a church like that. You should be able to go from 10 members to 10,000 members and still be able to function and create what needs to be created, quality.
Yeah.
You know, so my my emphasis is to go and get educated. Get educated. Invest in yourself so that you can now help others.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And if you don't know, Mr. Stephen Lewis is a great producer. I've listened to some of his production, and man, it's versatile, versatile. I really appreciate you and celebrate what God is doing through you. Thank you for your contribution to the Canadian gospel music industry. And one thing about life is living a legacy, making impact, doing things that transcend your generations. And I so much believe in this. I know a couple of people will still listen to these videos and be blessed. That's at least making impact in the lives of people. Let people know that, they met one guy, his name is Mr. Stephen Lewis, spoke on this program, and it was my brain, and you took action. You understand? You have to take some action to ensure that you better your craft and you be a better person. And I believe that God will help every one of us. And whatever we need to do, let's do it too. Let's do it too. Right. Let's do it. So if you have any question for Mr. Stephen Lewis, this is the best time for you to, type those questions, as I engage him further. So what do you think we should know about you that we don't know yet?
Jeez. That's a very good question. That you shouldn't know. Wow. I like going to movies. I don't know. I like going to movies. Now that they've opened theaters again, I'm gonna enjoy just going to movies with my wife and enjoying a nice day with my wife.
Okay.
But overall, I'm an open book. Look at what I've done. You can see it. It's out there. I'm an open book. Right now, I just I'm at the point where I want to encourage and help those who to further themselves more than I am. Right.
Yeah.
That's my ultimate goal. So yeah.
Thank you very much. So is there any question? I saw someone while we're having the first part of this event, he said he has a question for the wife or something. There's a person online. Do you have any question for Mr. Stephen Lewis before we run off this program? I'll give you just like 1 or 2 minutes to do that. Any question for him?
Quiet.
Yeah, quiet in here. Is there any question for Mr. Stephen Lewis? Is there any areas that you think he needs to address which he has not addressed? Or maybe from what he has said so far, do you have any question for him before we round up this session? Okay, in the absence of none, we want to thank Mr. Stephen Lewis for accepting our invitation. We appreciate you. We celebrate you. And I just want to say a very big thank you on behalf of the viewers. You can just give Mr. Stephen Lewis thumb up. You understand? Just let me see high five. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the information that we've got. Personally, I've gained. I've gained 1 or 2 things from what you have said, and I'm looking at areas where I'm going to apply those things. I will still keep in touch, and I just also want to say very soon, of the city of Calgary, you start hearing a lot. We are doing a lot there, but I think that you have given us the challenge. It means we have not done enough.
Yes, very much. Canada, right across from east to west. I need to hear you, gospel artists out there. We need to hear you. Let's get together. This is the only way that we can get things done and we can be recognized in Canada. We need to hear all of you. I need to know. I need to know what's happening right across Canada because it's silent. You know, Toronto's spoken up, Ottawa, Montreal, I know about them, but I haven't heard about the rest of the country, and we need to hear that.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
I think someone has a question for you. It says, anything been done to identify, that's Kritzy Store? Say, anything been done to identify young talent in Canada? Is there anything been done to identify young talent in Canada?
I would say no. There hasn't been anything. From what I know, there hasn't been anything done to identify young talent. But, you know, that's something that we have to create. That's something that we have to look into and create so that the young talent doesn't have to struggle the way most of us have struggled, right? Looking at grants, once I send you the email, looking into these grants and seeing exactly what can be created to make sure that young talent can get out there is the best thing, right? But we have to make, going through these grants and seeing what can be done will be the best way for young talent to even come up and be recognized. Yeah.
So I think the way I'm going to look at it, I think all these challenges that we are seeing is also throwing a challenge to us to create something. I once heard someone, I think two set of people, you know, travel to a land where they don't wear shoes. And you know, a land that one of the two guys said, look, they don't wear shoes here, so I can't stay here. So he left the country. The other guy said, oh, they don't wear shoes here. What an amazing opportunity for me to sell shoes and bring shoes to them.
Oh, right.
So the other guy acted on, you know, the challenges.
Yeah.
And then turned the challenges to opportunity. Exactly. And he did fantastic business and made a lot of money. So, you know, identifying all these challenges could throw out some opportunities to us.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
To see how we can create something. No radio stations want to play our music. Let's create radio stations.
Exactly.
They are not identifying young talent. Let's create a platform for young talent and bring sponsors. You understand? So I think these challenges should not stop here. We shouldn't stop talking about the challenges.
Exactly.
We should now turn the challenges to opportunities. If there is a problem, we should find a way to solve them. You understand? And that's what I believe. We should find a way to solve them. I realized that there's knowledge gap. We started Music Business Intelligence to bring, you know, veterans in the industry to come and educate us. You understand? So I think every one of us, this is a wake-up call for us.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do to better the system so that next time, or maybe by this time next year, when we are talking about this, we are saying, oh, this guy is facing this, he's taking care of these challenges, this guy is taking care of this. Collectively, whatever we can do, let's come together and do it and ensure that, you know, we better the system, you understand? And ensure that we do something that is going to actually transform the system. And people will say, these people saw this system like this and were able to take, you know, the system or to the industry to another height entirely. And I think that's what we need to do. If you're a Christian out there, you are a gospel artist, you are a pastor, you understand? Let's use all our influence, you understand, to expand the frontiers of gospel music industry in Canada and all over the world. We can do it. I know we can.
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen Lewis. God bless you so much. Really appreciate you and celebrate you. And we hope to bring you some other time because I know there'll be a lot to share, but we'll leave you for now.
I'm open anytime.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really celebrate you. And thank you, viewers. Thank you for all those that have contributed to this. Really appreciate you. Our platform is Woodclef, you understand? And what we do, we promote gospel music, we promote professionals, we do digital marketing business for them to ensure that we expand, you know, their frontiers online, you understand? And then we do music business consultancy as well. And we bring professionals like this to educate us in areas where we have deficiency. And we want to appreciate people like Stephen Lewis, who has actually, contributed so much to this program. God bless you, and see you next time.
All right.
Thank you. Bye for now.